All right, everybody. This is one of our boot campers, Jan.
Yep.
We just finished working out right now,
Yes, I
and
did.
she has some tips for some of you ladies out there.
Ladies, I don't know if you can call it tips or if I can give you some good advice. About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I kind of fell into that, I'm in the mid-40s stage of my life, and I'd kind of settled for the fact that I was getting thick through the middle, thick through the back, and with that, I developed even more careless habits because I was getting into more of a depression type thing. And one day, I decided to get my daughter a trainer for running, and through that, I found Mike Serrell for me. I decided to join a boot camp. They run a boot camp Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And the first time I went, I wanted to cry. I thought, oh my goodness, how did I let myself get to this point? Second time came, I cleared my mind, I decided this is me, there's no way, no other direction to go but up. And since then, I've been going up, up, up. I'm feeling better than I have in about 3, 4, 5 years. Now I'm just trying to incorporate a better diet. But through that, with a clear mind, you can make clearer choices. And I've had a complete new lease on life.
And Jan, you know what? I really commend you because, when we first started talking, when I was training Hannah at first, I saw the fire within you that you wanted to change. But at the same time, I can only say so much. You found it within yourself to get started, which is really the hardest thing to do for a lot of people. Not just yourself, but many, many others. And how did you go? What was the process in your mind that you finally told me, Mike, I'm going to sign up for your boot camp? And again, everybody, this is not just to market our boot camps and our private training. This is about just taking charge of your life, and even if you have to exercise on your own, and if you find that walking on your own or doing things at home, whatever you want to do, that's the mission of this whole program, is to educate and inspire people to get started with exercising. But Jan, since she was here already and she knew that she needed to change, what was the process of that?
I don't know if I would so much call it a process, but it was more the environment that I came into. I had it nowhere within me to start going into a big gym. I don't know if I necessarily trust the whole image of getting a trainer at a large gym. It was more the personal sensitivity that I felt when I came in here, and through that, it gave me the courage to kind of take that first step. There's Dina here, who I just adore and I have so much respect for, and then there's, of course, Mike. But with Mike, it's not a matter of making you feel ashamed. It's a matter of evaluating where you are in your life at that moment, and through the sensitivity, through the leaders of this facility, is really what actually made me take the first step.
You've done an awesome job, Jan. I honestly can say that because, you come in here, you kick butt, you work out hard, and if we can inspire others to take that first step or the initial step to get moving. And you were such an awesome athlete all your life. So say something,
Well, I was an athlete all my life. I played softball the majority of actually from the time I was 6 on up to 31. I also played volleyball. I was into roller skating, rollerblading. I did everything that you could imagine. I'm never a long distance runner, but a good sprinter. And so you can imagine mentally in your mind, you still think that you have these abilities. But when you see your body changing and it starts doing things that you're not used to, things start appearing on your body that you're not used to seeing, it's quite a shock. And it's an emotional shock and a mental shock. And I had just gotten into this rut thinking, okay, well, I hear that this is what happens at this time of my life, and I tried to ignore it. And I was at a point where I was almost going to accept it, but I was fighting what was inside me. And because this is such an intimate facility, the intimidation wasn't there. And that's really what got me. And I thought, if my daughter can do it, my daughter comes in here twice a week, she runs cross country, miles and miles a day. I thought, my goodness, I've got to set an example for her too.
Yeah, and you've done a fabulous job, and I know that we can inspire others to take that initial step, that they're, I'm reading this book right now, and it says, start where you are.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And a lot of times people live from the past and the future. They say, well, I used to be able to do this, but I want to get to here.
Yeah.
But they don't focus on the present.
Right.
And the present was you needed to come in and exercise, take charge of your life. And a lot of people, that's what they need to do, is analyze their life and say, you know what, this is what I have, and I just need to move forward from it.
I gave myself one boot camp class to feel sorry for myself. And after that, I said, okay, this is it. There's no place to go but up from here. So.
Yeah, and I still remember after that boot camp, that's exactly what you told me, and I told you, hey, you did an awesome job, you survived it.
Yeah, that's the biggest accomplishment.
And you can move forward. You can only get better and better, and you have. If you go to my boot camp and you survive it, you're doing really well.
Yeah, you got to get past that mental point and thinking you can't. And once you accept the fact that you can, then it's all uphill from there. So.
Well, thank you, Jan, for your time, and keep up the awesome work, and I'll see you tonight for your boot camp.
Camp.
Bye-bye.
Can't wait. Bye.